The Tigers just won't go away, man. They do not give up. This is a team of destiny. This is a team that snuck into the playoffs. They were the hottest team in the second half, and no way that just happened last night to give them a 1-1 tied series heading back to Detroit. So we'll break that down and much more on this episode of 3 Up, 3 Down. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into 3 Up, 3 Down. I'm your host, Peter Vryonis, and today we're going to be breaking down that wild win by the Detroit Tigers against the Cleveland Guardians yesterday. This game was a stalemate. It was a pitcher's duel all the way throughout, and Tarik Skubal, again, fantastic. But before we break down the game, I just want to let you know that a large majority of you watching these videos are not subscribed to the channel. So if you're a fan of the content, if you want more daily baseball news and just overall playoff reaction, go ahead, hit that sub button. It's free and it doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me out a ton. We're almost at my goal of 1,500 subscribers, so mean the world to me if you could help get me there. But let's get straight into the video here. And Tarik Skubal has been the story of the Tigers season. He is going to win the Cy Young, and if yesterday was any indication, it shouldn't have really been a conversation between him and Emmanuel Clase. I know it's a regular season award and Clase was dominant, but for Tarik Skubal, this is just, it's his award to lose, because every time he's out there on the mound, the Tigers have a chance to win. Even if they're not hitting, they have a chance to win because you can pretty much guarantee that he's going to shut down his opponent. And you look at his overall numbers in the postseason after two starts, including the Houston one and the one yesterday against Cleveland. 13 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed, 0 runs, 1 walk, and 14 strikeouts. Those are special numbers, man. They really are. And I saw this tweet that I really found funny here by Jared Carabas. Tarik Skubal is a psychopath, bona fide ace, and that's the best combination of characteristics that you can be in this beautiful sport. And again, he showed that he's intense. He's going to give you everything that he has in order for you to win a ball game. And this game was amazing. Even though it was 0-0 up until the 9th inning, it had everything that you could have hoped for, and it was just so much fun to watch from start to finish. I'm glad that I did not take my eyes off of this contest here, because it was filled with drama. And this, I want to go back to this. Steven Kwan, I don't know if he caught this. I'm leaning towards him not having made that catch, but again, they called it a catch on the field, and for it to be overturned, there has to be inconclusive evidence. I see the ground being hit there. I see maybe a few blades of grass jumping up, but hey, what do I know? Those in the replay command center didn't see enough to overturn it, and that could have been a huge moment in that ball game. I believe it was Wensil Perez who was up with men on first and third. Jake Rogers was on third with 2 outs, and he had a chance to drive in that go-ahead run and head into the bottom of the 8th inning with a lead. A lead that no one was able to capture in that ball game, but Steven Kwan showing why he's a 2-time Gold Glove winner, probably going to be a 3-time Gold Glove winner unless Dalton Varsho is categorized as a left fielder this season. But just an amazing play for him. He kept the game scoreless. He gave the Guardians a chance to go ahead and jump out to a lead in the bottom of the 8th inning, but they buckled down as well. Will Vest coming in, and he's been arguably the second best pitcher for the Tigers so far in their playoff run, and down the stretch as well. He's been fantastic. So that was a game-altering moment, in my opinion. But the game-altering moment has to be this. Kerry Carpenter with a 3-run bomb off of Emmanuel Clase to just break the game wide open. And what a swing he put on the ball. He knew it as soon as it left the bat. He bat flipped, and he knew that was gone. And Kerry Carpenter is so essential to what the Tigers do, but he wasn't in the lineup because Matthew Boyd was on the bump, and he's a lefty, and Carpenter is not good against lefties, so you can't have him out there. You can't have him out there when a lefty is starting, and teams are always going to try to match him up with lefties later on in ball games because he's their best and most powerful hitter. Even though he doesn't play every day, he is the one with the most power potential, and he has the chance to just break a game wide open like he did yesterday. And it doesn't matter who he's facing. If it's a righty, and if you throw him 3 or 4 sliders in a row like Emmanuel Clase did, he's going to jump on you, and he's going to make you pay for that. So shout out to Kerry Carpenter, man. I still can't believe that happened off a closer who had only given up 2 home runs all season long, who was always mentioned in the Cy Young talks alongside Tarik Skubal. I mean, for you to go ahead and do that, it's very impressive. So I tip my cap. I tip my cap to Kerry Carpenter. And it just shows that relievers are really struggling so far in the playoffs, not just for the Guardians, but for every single team. Relievers have been struggling to get outs in high leverage situations. And Clase, I know he's great. I know he's been dominant, but he's not used to pitching more than 1 inning. And he's not used to having to sit and then go back out there. So he went out, got the last out in the 8th inning, in the top of the 8th inning, and then he had to come out for an entire 3 outs after that. So this was not an easy situation for him. I think he only did it twice in the regular season with Cleveland this year, and it's not something that he does very often. He's got a job. Go in there in the 9th inning and lock it down. Now, he's not going to say no. He's not Josh Hader or anything like that. Like, he's going to do whatever he can to help the team win. There's no doubt about that. But whenever you're messing with a closer's rhythm, it's hard for them to get back into the swing of things. They are so routine and regiment oriented that when you're telling them to go do more than what they usually do, it kind of messes them up. And we see it all the time. Relievers that are dominant for 1 inning at a time, and then you ask them to go a little bit longer because you're thin or you just don't trust the other guys in those leverage situations, usually comes back to burn you. So shout out to Kerry Carpenter again for putting that swing on the baseball. It was fantastic, and it's no easy feat. Even if Clase tells you which pitch is coming, it's still hard to hit. So, again, shout out to the Tigers for tying this up. All the series in the divisional series have been amazing so far. I mean, they're all tied up at 1. They're all heading back to the lower seed with them having the advantage. It's truly been an amazing playoff thus far, and I'm going to have you covered every step of the way, but that'll wrap it up for this episode of 3 Up, 3 Down. Thanks, guys, for making it this far. Really appreciate it, and shout out to the Tigers, man. Really impressive victory for them, and shout out to Baseball Town as well for sponsoring this video. Would not be possible without them, so check them out today. They're your one-stop shop for everything that you need baseball or softball related, whether it's cleats, gloves, batting gloves, bats. They got you covered. The best equipment at the most competitive prices, so check them out today. And I'll see you later today with the San Diego Padres video.